This episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors is brought to you by Cody Turkey Calls. Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, and welcome to another episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors. When we think spring, we think three things. We think April showers, May flowers, but around here, the most important thing we think of spring is spring turkey hunting. That's right, it's spring gobbler season, and we're headed to Fort Indian Town Gap, which is a military base in northeast Pennsylvania where we've been given permission to hunt. And we are going to be out trying to get some gobblers. We've got several veterans that are going to be out hunting with us. Some have never gotten a turkey before, myself included. So let's hope this is the trip where I break the curse. Stick around, let's see what we get.
For more information on Warrior Summit Outdoors, we invite you to visit our website, www.couragehealsthesoul.com. There you'll find information about your host, Eric Olson, some of our upcoming episodes, and more.
Well, one of the first things I like to do going into the spring is pattern my shotgun. I like to make sure that my pellets are hitting where I'm aiming, that my choke is working correctly, and I know where everything's going to be hitting. Now, we're hunting on private property, and this is my land, and I like to make sure, though, that nobody is in the area, so I've scoured the woods and made sure that there were no other, people running around here, because we like to make sure safety first. So let's go and see what our shotgun can do, and hopefully we hit our target. Shotgun is clear. Let's see how we did. That would have been a dead turkey. So, looks good from close range. Now we're going to try to shoot one at a little bit longer distance, and hopefully that the pattern stays the same. No, I'd say that was that would have been a dead bird. Nice. So I think we're good. I'm going to pace off and see how far this is, but I think this is about I don't know, maybe 40 yards. So let's pace this off. Yeah, I was right. It's about 30 yards. So that's about the distance you'd want to get on a turkey. I mean, between 30 and 50, I think is about my max. That's about the way I'd leave it. So I'm pretty happy with my gun. It's on. Now I got no excuses. So let's go see if I can get a bird. I arrived at Fort Indian Town Gap, Pennsylvania for a 2-day veteran turkey hunt put on by the Fort Indian Town Gap Fish and Game Conservation Club. All the boys were eager to get out and try to get a gobbler. It was nice all of us vets were greeted by gracious hosts and a ton of delicious hot chow. It was especially good as we had a very wet, cold first day of turkey hunting in store. I was fortunate to have Mr. Bill Ziering, owner of Cody Turkey Calls, by my side in the blind, a distinct advantage over the birds. Our first positive sign, a hen just ahead.
Focused on the left there. Yeah.
A quick appearance in the distance by a gobbler, but unfortunately there wasn't a clear shot at him. What I was able to get on day one was very wet and schooled on how to call a turkey.
So we've been at it for a couple hours now. We've already had a couple gobblers that came down and flew in just to the right of our blind, but they just came behind the trees before we could ever get a shot at it. But it was a good sign. Bill here was able to call some up this morning. We had them gobbling. We had a hen that hung around here for a little bit too, so we've seen birds. And the rain's just coming down like a madman out here, so if I were a turkey, I wouldn't want to be out in this stuff either. So let's hope this is. Let's hope those two birds that we saw are going to try to work their way back towards the blind, and hopefully we get a shot.
Well, we saw hens and gobblers day one, but couldn't get a shot. But day two was here. I still had Bill's earring from Cody turkey calls in my blind, and I was feeling lucky. Another hen appearance. And all I was wondering, was she a sign of good things to come? Then it happened. He appeared. You see?
I don't.
He's got to be there, Eric. Back.
Backward side.
He's coming. Get ready and don't move. Down in that field coming up through. See him, Eric?
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah. You got him, buddy. Wow. My first turkey. That was amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go see him. Let's go see this bird. This.
Eric, you got him, buddy. Look at the rope on that son of a gun.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, look at the rope on that son of a gun.
Wow. Oh.
Man.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Wow.
Thank you
Wow.
for everything you do for us.
Oh.
That's a trophy right there.
That
Was
is
it a good hunt?
Yes, sir.
He gobbled right
He
there.
came, I saw him when he was way up there, and then he ended up coming just up the hill here, and I saw him coming towards the road, and it looked like he was going to start heading towards that way.
He had his pinpointed, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But I'm glad
it
he
looks like he
gobbled.
kind of turned, and he started, I was afraid he was going to start heading off that way. That's why I shot
you
so far.
did good killing.
Yeah,
I couldn't see him at all. But
yeah.
I knew when he gobbled, he cracked the air. He was
Yeah.
close. He wanted us.
Yeah.
He wanted us. And he got it, didn't he?
He got it, all right, that's for sure. He got it. Wow. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm so happy for you. And
Oh,
good job. Good aiming. Good job. You know, that's the part of it. You get him in and
yeah.
hold your cool. And isn't that something?
Oh,
Huh?
I was shaking.
I see.
I was shaking. Wow.
Yep. And we kept persistent, and there's a couple that kept answering me. This was one of them. He kept answering me, cutting me off. And I thought, you know what? We're going to work on him. So I really cut at him. I don't know if you could hear me cutting and calling.
We could hear, yes.
I cut and called at him and threw a good slate at him, and he come right across the top of that hill, buddy. He was coming. And we lost him right here.
Yeah.
And we're like on pins and needles, you know, is he coming out that side or this side? And we got just arranged that we could look down his gun barrel. I got him. I said, you know, you got to get back around. And it worked so perfect, you know what I mean? I said, if you can kill, I couldn't see the turkey. And he gobbled, so I knew he was close. He cracked the air, and I said, if you can kill him, kill him. It don't get no better. I mean, you got the camera running down the barrel, and he poof. You know, this morning started off, we didn't, you know, they started gobbling a lot earlier than they generally, you know, and we didn't have all that rain like we had yesterday, but seemed to be a good spot. So we stuck it out here, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the turkeys weren't even close to here, but, you know, they were off in a distance. But I knew when they were cutting us off, when we were calling, that our chances were real good. And this turkey here broke off from the rest of them, and he seemed to have a lot of interest in what we were doing. So you noticed I poured it on him a little bit.
Yes, you did.
And so, you know, a lot of times in hunting turkeys, you have to communicate with them. Well, he just knew that hen was communicating with him because I was answering him. So
correct.
You seen him come across there. He didn't have no caution at all and come right up there. And I couldn't see him right on the end, but I knew he was close when he gobbled that last time. So, man, I tell you.
That was a beautiful shot. It was a beautiful day. Thank you, Bill, from Cody Calls, the man.
Listen.
The man.
That's nothing. We want to thank you and the troops and everything for what they do to our, you know, for our country. And we can trust our wives going to the store and our kids and grandkids.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Yes, my haven't filled out too many of these. Here we go. I'm legit.
You're good to go.
Legit.
Again, sir, here. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
everything.
Thank you. You guys are, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
He came out right where I expected him to as well. Because I had moved my gun over to that area. He came out almost right where I had thought. I mean, I still had to slide a little bit to the right, but not too much.
Prepping, is that important?
That's very important. I'll tell you, that was 90% of the game.
I mean, just getting that act ready as far as everything there and getting the situation or everything set up. And you don't know, but you got to gamble on what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I saw him whenever you guys kind of pointed out. He was there. He was still puffing up and everything, and you said he was coming.
I said, I got him.
You said you got him.
I think it went very well. There was a turkey harvested. I think everybody that went out on a hunt heard birds, heard turkeys, saw turkeys, even if they didn't get to harvest one. So I thought it was an excellent event. As a club, we enjoy giving back to the veterans, just to show them that there are people that have them in their mind, and we want to thank them for what they've done. And hopefully we can continue to do that.
Well, when they first come here, you know, I guess they're, I shouldn't say shy until you get to know them, but within about a half hour to an hour after being here, it's almost like you've known them forever. They become part of a family, and I hope it keeps going on that way. It's just a great joy, and I hope they have as much fun as we have, preparing and getting things ready for them. Words cannot describe the feeling that not only me, but our club has for these guys that give for our country, for our freedom, and it's just the least we can do to try to bring a little happiness to their lives and try to make them feel at home.
How'd you get into making turkey calls, Bill?
Well, 35 years ago, I've been hunting them 52 years.
Yeah.
And so I was self-taught. I grew up, I was one of the unfortunate probably that I didn't have tapes and DVDs, and my neighbor didn't know too much about hunting turkey, so I went out there and beat my brains out in the woods and thought this ain't gonna work, so I gotta make a change. So I'm sort of a self-taught turkey hunter. I'm a little old school, and in the early 80s I decided to try to build something better, and I've been crafty all my life, but build something better than I could purchase. I already had a lot of background in the woods and with turkeys, so that was my pursuit. And now I am the innovator and pioneer of the first wood pot chamber ever made in 1981. So, and we're getting credit for that. So we've accomplished a lot in 35 years and built a lot of product and have a lot of following in the country.
Thanks to the good people of the Fort Indian Town Gap Fish and Game Conservation Club for one of my favorite hunts. And remember, it takes courage to fight in battle, and it also takes courage to come home and live with it. And courage heals the soul.